Goblin, welcome to Farming Simulator 2015. Just going through the day on my edit of Hobbs Farm version 3. And whilst I'm playing around on here, I'm also going to be doing a little bit of changing the starting vehicles, and I'm going to show you how to do that. It's actually a lot simpler than you might think. But in the meantime, we just got. I was just messing around with one of the logging trucks here, and you can see this is the unloading area, and you can see in the background we've got the digital display, which I do need to change over into English, but that will be done before I release the map. There's a little grassy area there which I might put a little some tracks down, or maybe make it into a gravel area just so you can pass by those trees. But there is the shed ahead of us here, which I'm going to have a look inside. And in here you can unload, or sorry, you can load up vehicles using the shovel, and all the grain types are in here. You can see the pipe work there, so it's all kind of like linked up. The idea being that, you know, I don't like the idea that things can just reappear somewhere else. So some pipe work in there, so we can actually see a sort of idea of some way that things could actually be moving. You would put the truck down on the lower level there, and to pull it up with JCB will have a detail. You can see the pipe work coming in there. There was actually a trigger here, which is actually a trigger for everything, which I took out because I don't want you to be able to just put it on a pipe and unload everything. It just wouldn't make sense. So there will be elevators for everything, or the regular pipe, which I'll show you that in a bit. For those that have been on Hobbs Farm versions, you know, 1 through to sort of 2.5. Oh, that's going to get lowered, by the way. That's not going to stay because that's too steep a ramp, so I'm going to lower that down. A lot of these unloading areas also have fill planes which actually fill up as you unload, which I think looks quite smart. So here we've got the sugar beet, the potatoes, grass and straw unloading areas. And those are familiar that might now actually recognise where we are. In just a second we can actually see the sheds here where all the vehicles are parked. This hasn't actually moved from 2.5, just about everything else has. So, I mean, onwards with how to change your starting vehicles. The first thing I want to do is obviously sell everything, or not everything, but keep some of the stuff here. Sell most of the other vehicles. I think in 2.5 we had rather too many vehicles actually. I kind of just wanted a bit of this, a bit of that. Really put in too much stuff. So I'll sell a few of these, and I'll cut out most of that. There's no point in you sitting here while I sell everything. And we're going to put in the game now. One of the ideas I put forward before was that you could actually like change all your vehicles. Just put yourself a stepper trailer, tractor, and just have a, you know, go out with the sawmill. Sorry, with the chainsaw. And I mean, you do start with about £5 grand. You only need £1 grand to buy the right chainsaw. So you could start really from scratch. So I'll put the stayer there, since it does have the logging gear on it. And I've left a few trucks. There's 3 or 4 trucks. There we go, that's the kit we've got. And while we're here, you do get a little bit of a preview of the new store for Hobbs Farm version 3. There's actually a Massey Ferguson tractor in there. That's actually a tractor. It's not actually part of the scenery. That is, it's actually a tractor just parked in there temporarily. There is also a flickering texture there in the background, which I'm going to sort out. But yeah, lots of flags and stuff. So there you go. nice view with the tractor up on the roof and the Hobbs Farm signs and the shop. So I actually only ever put that in the start, and I put that as a kind of placeholder as I was going to change that for something else, and I kind of decided I like how it I like how it looks, so I've left it there. And, little side view of the workshop there. This side entrance here is the same side entrance that was there before. It's just been changed slightly just to finish it off. You've got the garden centre there in the background, and this is your sale point for vehicles, which is going to be turned into kind of like a scrap yard. So we've got a few vehicles there, vans, a few bits of farming equipment around. Cat skid steer there. Side. And yeah, you can get your feel around here as well. Yeah, there's a few old tyres about. Just kind of try and get a bit of atmosphere to the place. See this new little grassed area. Well, it was a grassed area before, but I've built a wall around it now, and this alongside this bit of here is the spawn point for all your new vehicles from the store. From let's move them around a little bit. Now, I was thinking to put these down here, but in fact, I had a better idea. What we'll do is we'll reset them over to the farm, and yeah, that's one. Two. Jump over to those, then we'll move. I think we'll move this truck. So in the background there is the truck we started off driving. That's still parked there in the background. I think you can see that between the trees there. This is Mark's edit of the Caterpillar in black. And with that in position, we can save the game. And this is in game slot 6. So what we're going to do now is we've saved the game, we've quit, and we're going to go in to documents, into my games, Farming Simulator 2015, and we go then into game save 6. And in here, now these are the important bits. We go into game save 6, and in there you'll see there's a vehicle file. And in there you need something like Notepad, Notepad++, any of those will do. If you've got this installed, you should have the edit option. If not, open with Notepad. That would work as well. But I've got edit there, so I'm just going to press edit. And what we want to do is, on here you can essentially see all the vehicles there. There is like the stair. This shows that the stepper is in there. The rest of it's all to do with what direction it's facing and all that stuff you don't really need to worry about. It just shows what's connected to it and all that kind of stuff, exactly where it is on the map. But what you need to do is you need to right click and select all. It all goes blue. You right click again, and this time you copy. I'm sure you're all familiar with copy and paste, but just in case you're not, that's what all we're doing is using copy and paste. So we've copied it, and now we come out of there. If you go into the map, you will find that map is actually, it'll be a zip. Mine isn't because it's in the process of being edited. But what you would do is just press open. Don't unzip it, there's no need. Just press open, and you're looking for the default vehicles. And what you do is just drag that out of there, put in another file somewhere, and you can edit it there. And when you're done, you put it back in again. The rest of that is exactly what I'm doing here. So you just take it out and you put it back in, and it'll tell you to overwrite it, and you say yes, that's fine. But what we do, same as before, click edit or open with Notepad. Again, same as before, we're going to right click and select all, and we right click again, but this time we're going to paste, and by pasting we replace what's there with what was in the other file. The format is exactly the same. So by replacing that, you're just changing the default vehicles for all the ones you had in your thing. So you press X, it'll prompt you to, do you want to save? Yes, save it. We'll start the game back up again, and we'll go in and we're going to start a brand new game. So there we go, brand new save. We'll go in and load up Hobbs Farm version 3 again. And it doesn't take too long to load this one. And when we get into the map, you should be able to see then that all the vehicles are just as we left them, but of course this is a brand new game. It is really that simple. The format for default vehicles is exactly the same format as for save, so it's just replacing the default vehicle information with the save vehicle information. So you can move those vehicles wherever you want. You can have as many or as little as you want. If you want dozens of vehicles to start, that's fine. If you want to start with virtually nothing, like I said, with a stepper and a tractor, that's fine. But here you go. There's the truck we moved. It's in the right place. And as you can see, it's a brand new game. These tractors exactly where they were. There's that tractor I pointed it out. It was inside the store. There, the Massey. There it is. There's a vehicle we were using before. And we also have there's a vehicle in the middle of film. Not quite there from home. It's a noisy one. There's another noisy one coming up. The other one that was sitting in the middle of the field was actually being used to unload a harvester. I don't normally use trucks, but I felt like a change. What I did want to show you on here is as we started the video, we were down in this corner here, and on the unloading area. One of the things I love about these particular unloading bits is they actually have a fill plane. So I've got a load of rapeseed or canola, and as I start tipping, you see it fills up and it actually comes up over the top. And it's the same for all the 4 main grain types, which I think is rather nice. So, right, well, with that done, I hope that was informative. I hope that helped. And I've been Hobgoblin, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye-bye.